Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Integrity Leadership Call. Glad to have everyone on this evening. Yes, ma'am, Miss Kareem. Glad to have everyone on. We are in the book. Well, hold on. Let me cut this off real quick. Virtual background, none. We are in this book, The Code of the Extraordinary Mind by Vishen Lakiani. This is the book we're on. So, we, okay, Mr. Smith is here. I know you was handling business back there, sir. So I was just going to talk about living discipline, what we were talking about for the last 2 weeks. We are in a new chapter. This we're going to be in chapter 8.
Okay, chapter 8. I need you to do a 5-minute review. Tell them talk.
Okay. We are doing a 5-minute review. Antonio said talk. Talk. Okay. So we're talking about the 5-minute review. We talked for 2 weeks in chapter 7, Live in Discipline, where we learn about the important discipline of maintaining daily bliss. Now, we've been talking about this, and people, we were really we've been engaged in all the chapters, but especially this chapter, Living in Discipline, where it is a discipline to maintain daily bliss. Okay, remember? Okay, I remember last week he was asking how many of us, we get angry. We got angry in the past week, and some people raised their hands, but a lot of people raised their hands when he asked, okay, how many of us had gotten sad for this past week, and a lot of people raised their hands. So, we all know, angry, being in anger is, it is an addiction. Trust me, I know these things. And but sadness, that is also you're not in discipline if you're sad. Okay, and sadness is just not depression. No, no, no. You could have been sad about something, and that takes you to a whole different vibration. Sad is a vibration, and if you stay in the sad vibration, you're going to continue to get sad. Okay, so that is what we were one of the things that we talked about with living in discipline. I am going to stop talking because I am the facilitator, but I want to know what each of you have taken from uh, chapter 7, live in discipline. Now, I am a teacher, so there will be awkward silence, or I will call on someone, like we're all sitting in the classroom. So come on now. I know some of y'all. I know y'all got excited about this chapter last week.
I will go
Come on, Miss
first.
Adrian.
Discipline. It's a place where I had to hold it. I have been able to feel myself going to the place where I don't want to go. And then I hit my happy spot because I realized that my discipline is the thing that's going to keep me steady enough so that I can do what it is that God has called me to do. Other than that, I will be distracted.
All right, ma'am. That's it. You stay the course and you stay focused, or you will get distracted. That's good. That's real good, Miss Adrian. All right. Who else? Who else has learned from staying living in discipline and how to maintain that bliss that in daily bliss? Because that is a discipline. All right, Stradivari. I see you got the clapped hands. I believe this. I don't know if this is your first time on this call, Stradivari. Go ahead.
It's my first time, but
Right.
I believe in the power of just staying positive, and it's your calling to just give people inspiration to stay neutral. Just stay in the zone that you're in, and don't let anybody break you out of your neutral zone. And just make sure that you stay hype, keep their will, and keep your possessions and poise. And that will make everybody feel as though it doesn't matter how you feel from within, but from within you is the power that you have to make yourself happy. So just believe in yourself and strive for your perfection, and happiness is one of them.
All right. Talk about it. Antonio said he liked that. He heard
Let
him.
me jump in. Let me
Okay.
jump in real quick.
Go ahead, sir.
Stradivari, do me a favor. Let me holler at your boy for a second. What you do for a living?
Currently a artist, teacher, and musician.
What state you in?
I'm in Washington, D.C. Technically, I'm in Maryland, but I can step foot in the D.C. line, and I can step foot in the Virginia line.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I know right where you at. I'm a traveled person. I know right where you at. You actually by Jerome, to be honest with you. Yeah, you're literally by Jerome. And what part of DC are you in?
I'm right by the harbor, so it's
Yep.
like right there.
Indeed. How often do you go to Maryland?
I'm every day.
I thought so. Towson area, Bmore area, a little further for the east, for the western.
Prince George's County, Maryland. It's kind of right now I'm like right beside Alexandria, Virginia, and Southeast Washington, D.C. So I'm like in the middle of both.
No doubt. I had a Stradivari, the more you get to know me, the more you're gonna know that I do some weird stuff that doesn't make sense. We'll talk about it. We won't talk about it on not on this call. Well, maybe. Depends on if Phil brings it up, because that's who. If anybody will bring it up, it would be Phil or Deanna. To believe that they'll weasel their way in there to bring it up. But I had a vision about you. And
okay.
It's a long story. Just I want you to text me right now, 409. Take your time. We got all the time in the world. They not even here. They eavesdropping. They nosy. They eavesdropping. Okay. 409. 500.
Okay.
1546. I'm going to make you a challenge, but I already know you're going to accept it, but I'm going to act like I don't know you're going to accept it, okay?
Okay.
I want you to text me every day.
Okay.
All right? Just doesn't matter how, doesn't matter what you do. I got no rules for you. I just want you to text me every day.
That's perfect. Okay.
Fair enough?
Yes, sir.
I believe you know. I can tell you more, but it'll probably freak you out at this moment. Even though you're ready, I'm still not going to freak you out just yet. But by the end of this call, I will freak you out. I promise you that. There's no doubt about it. All right?
Okay.
I want you to text me every day. All right? Text me every day.
Yes, sir.
Don't call me. Text me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Outstanding. Yeah. There's only, if Phil answer and Phil call, 90% of the chance I'm gonna answer Phil or Susan. If Jaquita call, her ass just be jumping in there. She has no couth, no tact. She just jump in there. All right. She does, right? And then Grace, Deanna, and Monica. I don't answer my phone. All right.
Okay.
I don't. Reason I don't answer my phone is because what are you? Are you Muslim? Are you Christian? I know you're spiritual. I got that part. But what's your background? That's what I'm asking. What's your background?
Well, my parents and everybody grew up in the Christian faith, but I'm kind of I read every Bible, so I don't really
feel that.
I don't really stop denominations. I believe in all denominations.
I can dig it. And you just had a, well, I don't want to say that. Let me say it the way I want to say it. How can I say this without? I'm trying to take it out of the general stuff. And I want to be so laser sniper specific. You understand complete. Holy crap! I cannot believe he said this. Right. So I'm let me watch my words here for a second. No, not you, but hold on. Give me a second. Just give me a second. I'm waiting for a download. Give me a second. Okay. You have no issues, but you have a issue. And your issue is a person, even though it should not be, but it is. And they damn sure should not have an issue with you, but they do. Am I right?
That's correct.
Okay. There's no. All right. Say what you just said, Grace. Say what you just said.
The hell did you do that?
Now, thank you so much. Was that specific enough for you, or do you want me to get more specific? Because tell me when to stop until you believe. That's all I'm trying to do right now.
No, you right on point. I mean,
okay, cool.
I told Miss Adrian that we hung up on a phone call because I got all of these phone calls, and someone calls me and just was so negative, it kind of rattled my cage a little bit.
Indeed, I was. I'm not sure. Keep on going. I'm not sure none at all. Keep going.
I mean, and once it rattled my cage, it took me probably almost the whole day until I came on the Zoom call to get my knowledge and my understanding together, because I didn't even want to make my videos until I was in a good place.
And fair enough. That's actually proper. What I want you to start doing though is make your videos in a bad place, but don't try to. No, okay. Let me back up all the way. I am not talking to everybody. I'm only talking to him and Daoud. only those two. All right, only those two.
I started
Now,
making notes immediately.
I started making notes immediately. All right. So I'm only talking to these two. This is not relevant for everybody. It's only relevant for these two, what I'm about to say. But I promise you I'm about to be insanely specific. But I need to, it's not general, but I kind of need to go around the bush here for a second. And it'll make sense. And it makes sense in 2.5 minutes, I promise you. What I need you to do next time is, first off, you made a lot of sense. You didn't want to mess up what you were doing with a bad vibration, and you were recalibrating yourself. That makes sense.
That's correct.
However, you haven't learned yet how to pause. That's like the worst thing that you do on planet Earth is pause. Okay? Let's talk about pause for a second. Let me tell you fully what I mean. You have spent most of your, well, you know what? You have spent most of this season, there we go, reactive. And I'm not sure why you haven't processed just yet that shit gonna keep happening until you stop being reactive. And the truth is, you really ain't been reactive primarily over the history of your life. But for whatever reason, you just want to go all the way primal Stradivari with this one person. Let me know if I'm wrong.
You're right. You're correct.
I could damn near tell you who this person is and what they look like and what they smell like. But don't worry about me right now. We talking about you.
You better go ahead now.
Every now and then I do this. I apologize, but I really don't apologize. It's just a ceremonial thing I'm saying right now to walk you to the next level. Okay? Now, that being said, I have no idea why. Some things I don't understand. But you need to talk to Phil as fast as possible. Nah, I'm not bullshitting. First off,
let me tell you. That is our confirmation.
Okay, that's okay. I have no. Did you tell him that, Adrian?
I actually told her.
He called me yesterday, loving Mr. Phil. He was like, "Oh my God!" I said, "Trust me, Strat. I already know." He said, "Mr. Phil got this thing." Oh my God! Go with yourself, man. Go with yourself, man.
I actually told Adrian that I really love Mr. Phil, and the words that resonates from him, I really take his words in. So it's kind of like, oh my God, right now.
Me, Phil, and Susan we don't talk because we don't have to. Now we're going to enter into a season where we're gonna talk all the time. You understand what I'm saying? It's about 8 months from now.
Okay.
But we don't have to right now because what's understood don't need to be explained. I ain't talked to Phil. I ain't never Stradivari, have I ever talked to you?
No, this is our first time.
Okay. Now I damn sure ain't know that you resonated with Adrian, but I think you kind of mentioned that this morning, didn't he? Or what was that? Or did I? I'm having one of those things. So my psychologist says, well, here's one of the things they say. The only thing I'm doing right here, Stradivari, is I'm taking the pressure off of you because I know you was just about to lose your whole shit. I already know. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the pressure off of you, and I'm talking about me right now. Okay. Now, my therapist says, and I have a therapist. I don't know if y'all know that. I do. The Army therapy. Here's a problem with therapy. The problem with therapy is it's unlike coaching. Okay. Coaching is about moving you forward. Phil and Susan will do therapy when they arrive to the point in which you must release something and they hit a wall and they need you to release something so they can keep moving forward. It's the only time they're going to do therapy. Am I right, Mr. Phil? I don't mean to speak for you, But is that okay? He shakes his head. All right. Now, so therapy sucks and it's also good at the same time. Therapy there's no forward movement in therapy. Therapy is always backwards. Coaching is always forward. A good coach can blend therapy and coaching together.
Okay.
I'm not done yet though with you, Stradivari. I'm not done. All right, now that I've taken the pressure off of you, you won't lose your shit. Let's keep going. All right, now, you know how you ask somebody, "You okay?" It's, oh my goodness! Right. All right. Okay, that's where he's at. Now, I need you to talk to. I don't know why you need to. That's not. See, I don't know why you need to talk to Phil. I just know that I just know. That's it. I don't want to explain it. You just hear. I don't want to explain it. Just here. Just know that I know that you need to talk to Phil. It's number one. In the meantime, come back to me now. I want you to text me every day. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not really I'm something different than a coach. You've been getting in touch with your you've been, how can I say this? You've been drawn to Africa here lately?
Yes.
Oh no. Don't sound hesitant because they're not gonna believe me if you do that.
No, I'm saying yes.
Outstanding. And more importantly, it's been the religions of Africa, yes?
It's been
Or the
understand
spirituality of Africa. Keep going though. I'm sorry.
it's understanding the signs, the spectrums. I even draw a little bit of it and understand the philosophy, trying to understand the realm of it. Yes. You're kind of hitting on all points on that one. Yes.
Well, that's what I do. The good and the crazy thing is I'm literally holding back from you right now. But this is what I'm going to tell you. You're going to hear something in this class, but I need you to be on in 3 weeks. Not this week, not next week, but the 3rd week and the 4th week. Okay? That's what I really need you to be on. Today, and then 2 weeks from now, and then that 4th week. Fair enough?
Yes.
Okay, I'm done with you right now. Phil and Susan, Phil and Grace, they don't know it right now, but they're going to teach the first. Is Deanna here? Deanna, thank you so much. I need you to adjust the syllabus. I need to make chapter 9 4 weeks long, a whole month. Okay. Phil and Grace are going to teach the first 2 weeks of chapter 9. I've sent you. Okay. Phil, you still have it? Y'all don't need it, but what it is the book stuff. All right. So, all right. Now, what I want you to do is I want you all to take the liberty. I'm sure y'all did this, but just let me say it for ceremonial purposes here. I want you all to take the liberty to do whatever the hell you want for 2 weeks. I'm going to be here. I'm just going to be quiet. I'm not taking off. I don't have no VA appointments or nothing. I don't have no traveling to do. I was just told not this week and not next week, but the first 2 weeks of chapter 9, Phil and Grace are going to teach. I said it right. Phil and Grace are going to teach. Okay.
Uh-oh, the deacons are back, Mr. Phil.
Now, I don't mean this in a manner of trying to tell someone what to do or trying to inconvenience someone's schedule. That's not what I mean here. And since I know it did not come from anything but source, I know it's going to align itself properly. Chapter 9 is called, excuse the cuss word, Be Unfuckwittable. Phil and Grace are going to teach. No, that's what it is. Real talk. I didn't make it up. It's called Be Unfuckwittable. And they're going to teach the first 2 weeks. I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to be as quiet as a church mouse. All right? I'm going to be here, camera on, probably, I don't know, clipping my fingernails or something. Who knows? I'm going to be here and I'm going to teach. I'm not going to teach. They're going to teach and I'm going to listen. I'm going to take my notes. Okay, y'all already got, y'all need prep. You already got, anywho, boom, that's that. Cool? All right, Stradivari, back to you. You ready? Now mute your mic. I'm about to say one more thing to you.
My wow moment at this point.
Well, I'm about to give it to you because exactly what you think. You're about to play a major impact in your own life, but it's not the role you think you're going to play. It's not the role you expect. Now, in order to take that out of generality, so here's what they do, Latrice. Not they. Let me not say that. Here's what some people who manipulate do. They can like answer a few questions. Excuse me, they can ask you a few questions. You say yes, you say no. And then what they do is they do deduction. And it's easy for someone to be a psychic or so, whatever, or a medium or something, or a shaman. It's easy because they've done some deduction, and then they do these generalities. They say things like, okay, Stradivari, I'm feeling someone with a letter S, a letter S. Or the S, do you know someone? Yeah, right. I'm not doing none of that crap. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. Is this fair? All right. The role you getting ready to play is not the role that you think. And that's been your whole problem. You think, I'll say it again if you want me to. The role you're getting ready to play is not the role you're getting ready to think. And that's been your whole problem in this season. You think. You know, I can have him talk right now. He know what I'm talking about.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest to you. I'm a person, since I've been this musician, I haven't gotten any sleep. I don't sleep because I worry an awful lot at this point.
Worry is also thinking. Keep going.
I push myself to the limit at this point. I'm trying to get 3 jobs. I'm just throwing myself out there. I'm just really trying to push the limit on everything I'm trying to do at this point. So I'm working, trying to get 3 jobs. I'm trying to play in all of these different bands, trying to just do so much. So I really don't sleep at this point. My longest time I haven't slept was like 3 days in a row. So I know it's not good, but I still feel fresh and I still keep pushing every day. So it's kind of something I thought it was natural.
Here's the wonderful thing. I didn't come here to correct you. I came here to bless you.
Okay.
Let me just pause on you for a second. Let me tell y'all something. We're gonna bring up the Holy Spirit. I hope y'all don't mind. I hope you don't mind. Okay.
Bring it. You better bring it.
Okay. When the Go ahead,
the Holy Spirit, the most neglected part of the Trinity, but the most important.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? I'm gonna bring up the most neglected entity, third person, third of the Trinity part of what we're talking about. And this is accepted between all religions, not actually what you will call the Trinity, but what I'm getting ready to say, okay? When the Holy Spirit speaks to you, Stradivari, even when it tops your neck off, I'm talking to tyranny now. You go ahead, cut on your camera, tyranny. I'm not playing around. I ain't coming to play. Ask Grace. I went back there and meditated for a full 45 minutes before this class. I wouldn't even think about none of y'all. I said I need to be in alignment for this class. I did, Karina. I ain't lying. I need to be in alignment for this class. And then I'm doing what came out of that, okay? Stradivari, I'm not here to correct you. When the Holy Spirit starts correcting your life, it comes with peace. Even if it says Daoud, let that woman go. God ain't never spoke to y'all and caused destruction. Even if God starts destroying, it feel like peace. If Adrian is truly listening to God, every single thing that she hears will come with peace on all sides. Stradivari, you, sir, are being humbled, and I believe you know that. And it's been lasting for about 2 years, yes?
3.
Is that general or specific? Is that okay? All right, yeah. You can I keep going? Do you mind, Grace? All right, Grace, say, where the hell are you from? All right, dude, dang, Grace. The reason why that's happening to you, Stranovari, is because you ain't been approachable. As a matter of fact, you don't have the reputation of approachable. You don't. And what you're getting ready to do next, God can't use an unapproachable person. I'm talking to somebody. I know I'm talking to him. I'm about to tell him about his environment in a second. And I'm about to be super insanely specific. You ain't even got to admit it. I'm actually going to make you admit it just so they can know I'm not being like crazy. Okay. But anywho, when God says, Susan, do this, comes with peace. Whenever God tells you, God can say, Phil, just burn the whole thing. It's still going to come with peace. God told Lawrence, I need your mother. Still came with peace. Oh, y'all didn't hear me. Got it. Lawrence, tell him something, man. I'm gonna mute my whole mic.
There's one thing. God took my mom in 2017, November 2017, the week of us preparing for her funeral. I was in the shower and I was crying my heart out, and I was screaming at God, God, bring my mama back. And all I could hear him say was, son, she don't even want to come back. And instantly I threw my hands up and I started praising God right there in the peace. So yeah, that's the truth.
I ain't never talked to, well, I have talked to Lawrence, but I ain't never talked to him about that. Go ahead, Phil.
We're in the year 2021. So it's John 20:21. He said to them, peace be with you, and showed them his hands and his side. The disciples were filled with joy when they saw the Lord, and he said to them again, peace be with you. As the Father sent me, so I am sending you.
Peace be with you. Sounds like Phil brought up peace again. All right. While Phil was talking, I happened to bring up Exodus 20:21. Do y'all mind? Is this okay? Okay. I don't mind to bother. I'm not bothering y'all. The people stood far off while Moses drew near to the thick darkness where God was. Can I talk? Do you mind? Daoud, Margie.
Please talk, yeah.
You're only in the darkness because God is right there calling you towards the darkness. Okay. You know what? I dare one of y'all call me lie. The people, Margie stood far off while Antonio drew near to the thick darkness. Daoud stood far off, but Phil drew near to the thick darkness where God was. Some of y'all in this season, specifically Margie, Daoud, Stradivari, you've been led by the Spirit into the darkness. Whole time you thought you was in the cutback season. It's not what's happening. Okay, I will push harder. I will push harder, and I'm trying to teach. I wouldn't even bother. You know what?
You are teaching.
I am teaching. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me pause on y'all just real quick. I'll bring back up that scripture. Deanna, will you unmute your mic, please? Now, without saying the content of what, look at it, margin and confirm. Without putting the content of what I was telling you, Deanna, Tell them when I just told you don't say nothing, don't correct me, just listen. How long ago was that, Diana? We can't hear you, Diana.
Check to see if her phone
30 minutes ago.
Why was I was 2 minutes late to the call. Why?
You were talking to me.
About not content, just concept.
There was something specific you were saying about.
That's all you got to say. That's all you got to say. As long as you said specific, you said the right thing. Do you mind if I be specific? Stradivari, back to you now, sir. This darkness is your breakthrough. You've used your brains and said hustle, jobs. And the wonderful thing is God not even trying to correct you because God will use your logic to bless you.
Wow.
The first version of my book, Keep Walking, was called Keep Walking, How God Worked Through My Logic. The second version of that book, when I bought my own book back and published it myself, was 13 Steps to Dominance. Why, Monica? Because I wanted to hide the fact that that book was about Monica, whatever you know, keep knowing it. Keep being you. Keep being dumb. Keep being smart. Keep being whatever. But God gonna work through it. Tyranny, I'm gonna need you to unmute your mic. I'm about to come all the way in her drive. All right, talk to me now. Come in now. No, you come in. Look at me right now. You look at me in the face. You look at me in the face. You ready?
Yes, sir.
You and Stradivari in the same season. The whole time. Whole time you thought you was losing.
Mm-hmm.
That's too general. That's too general. Whole time you thought you was just here to bless everybody else but you. Still too general. Can I be more specific?
Actually, that's totally it though.
That is.
All right, I'm done here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was supposed to do
Keep
one more.
going. What do you mean you done?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No. Continue.
I'm sorry.
Don't play.
There's one.
You just entered into a season of you. I hope y'all write that down, save it on your screen, on your cell phone screens. Margie, Daoud, Tyranny, Stradivari, you're in a season of you. See, Margie don't talk much. She don't have to. She don't have to. Because if you think for 1 second that I'm not in tune with Margie. Y'all, do you know how
I'm
I got
into
here?
it with you too. I'm into it with you too. Antonio, you are my pride and joy. I love everything you do. I just don't have to say it all the time.
You ain't gotta say it.
That's right. But I'm right there with you.
All right. The darkness is actually your light, Stradivari. And if you stop thinking and start enjoying, you'll be able to use that light as a weapon. Same thing for Tyranny, same thing for Margie, same thing for Stradivari, and same thing for Diana. Lauren said, wow, I totally resonate with this right now. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be telling y'all about chapter 9. I mean, chapter 8. I'm supposed to be. I am. No, I'm not. Okay, Grace said keep on going. All right, Grace said keep on going. With Grace permission. With Grace permission. Hear me well. Grace said, I'll tell you what to do, but this one, go ahead. All right. Stradivari, you ain't got no problems, man. The moment I can get you, this is why I told you, this is why I told him text me every day. Y'all, I want y'all, someone follow me Someone who has been following me for quite some time, please tell me what I have told you. Text me every day. I'll wait. I ain't told
Never.
nobody. I ain't told nobody.
Not a minute.
We work with him, and he don't tell us text him every day.
I want all of them. I want all of them to leave me alone. I ain't told nobody text me every day.
He did tell me that today, but it was because of the context of what we were talking about.
Fair enough.
It wasn't because of nothing else.
Nah, it wasn't because of this.
No.
Stradivari, I don't tell nobody to text me every day. First off, don't even contact me. That's the other side of me, though. You feel me? That's the other side of me. All right. So if you're new here, I am not a prophet, or maybe that's how you relate to it. That's not what I am. I'm not nothing. I just happen to be a kid from the hood that is in tune. Look, Korea. Yeah, ain't nobody listen to you. I'm just happen to be a kid from the hood in tune. In 3 weeks, Feeling Grace gonna teach y'all the first 2 chapters, and I'm gonna do 2 more weeks after that. Okay. I didn't know that was gonna happen until I was meditating. I didn't wake up this morning and say that. Just about 45 minutes ago, I didn't say nothing. It was told to me, you're going to sit your down and Phil and Grace, and you're going to watch as they masterfully speak on my behalf. Not the other the big capital Ma. I'm not a capital. I'm a lowercase ma. Anywho, let me get to it. The name of the chapter is Create Your Own. Hold on, let me look at it. I'm not done. Create a vision for your future. Here's the chapter right here. I'm about to talk about all this and never bring up the book. God, we come to you right now because I need these new folk and these old folk to stop doing all that righteous stuff they're doing in their brain. They got all these opinions and models and stuff of the world. They worried about this and that and that and this and that and this. Some of them so doggone smart, God, they know exactly when you gonna let them down, when their money gonna run out. And some of them, they're gonna fool around and caught up. And now they don't know how to get uncaught up. So what I ask you to do is spread harmony in this place. This place, not like in general, not metaphorically, like on this Zoom. Spread harmony. I want you to talk specifically, and I have no idea, to Sharifa and Dolores. Now, as I do what I do, we move as we move. And don't, under any circumstances, as I am not looking whatsoever, don't let April keep her mic unmuted. Ashe, amen. Let's roll. Here's the deal, y'all. The deal is, some of us, by us, I mean the body, whatever you want to call a body. Y'all grown. You can call a body whatever you want to call it. I ain't got nothing to do with that. All I can tell you is, without a doubt, some of us are in trouble. If you have enough bravery to raise your hand, unmute your mic and say, I am in trouble. Will you do so right now so they know that they're not alone? Somebody needs the confidence of that.
I'm in trouble.
I am in trouble.
Good.
Right here all day. Yeah. Yeah, right here.
Now, here's the deal.
Antonio?
Yes, sir. You got
I was born in trouble.
Fair enough. Fair enough. If you don't know Phil's story, Phil was adopted very early. By very early, I mean in less than 48 hours. Right? Yeah. Go ahead, Phil.
No, 20 days.
20 days. There you
I
go.
was 20 days old when I was adopted.
20 days old.
So
Phil
for
was
20 days, I had nobody looking out for me. I was just sitting there in the crib going, all right, well, this is nice. I was in this warm, nice place. And now all of a sudden I'm just hanging out. What's going on?
That's insane, actually. That might be worse than a trash can. That might be worse than a trash can. Here's what I want to tell all of you listening to me. Typically, not all every class is. Well, I guess this is a class. I'm not as in tune as I am today. That's not how it works. Typically, I do a very good job of hiding all this stuff, but I have no intentions on hiding this stuff today. Let me tell you what I really want to tell you. That if you, not like you in general, I mean, if Latrice don't get up and do something, whole world gonna die. If Stradivari don't get up and do something, whole world gonna die. And the truth is, every last one of y'all feel that Martin Luther King like calling on your life. There's no way that I just came out off my hip. There's no.
Yeah, you did. It is. It is. Go on. You was
I'm being
there.
extremely specific, y'all.
I'm with you. You're there.
If you have thought in any way, man, I might be the Martin Luther King of this time. Would you raise your hand? Unmute your mic, please. Film for me. I'll cope.
Can I be honest?
I'm muting my mic.
Well, you know, I got blonde hair and blue eyes, and so you know what they say. I just I asked my parents, did somebody tell you that you was gonna have a child that saved the world? They told me I was crazy. But yeah.
No doubt. And no doubt, someone said Malcolm, no doubt. The way I'm using this though, well, you know what? I'm not even going to justify what I'm saying. Check me out. We're talking about somebody. We're not talking about his flaws. We're not even talking about the sacrifice. We're not even talking about dying for the cause. We're talking about somebody need to step up and lead. Lead in a way to where it crosses cultures and be hated for leading. Come on, Phil. You say something right here. You smarter than me. You go ahead.
I just finished this book, Go Live. In the last 2 pages, and I got goosebumps. I'm going to read it for you. Is a quote by Martin Luther King Jr. August.
You can read the whole 2 pages if you won't, Phil.
No, you know me. I like to say as much as I can in as few words as possible.
Fair enough.
So this quote's Martin Luther King Jr., August 1963. That's what the march was. Now is the time. And then call to action, master yourself. All good things start with you. Start your day and your world with yes. You can't master anything or anyone until you've mastered yourself. You can't love anyone until you love yourself.
Y'all hear that? 2012. I was in Galveston, Texas, and a new pastor came to town. It was weird because this was a woman. No offense. This is just the Bible Belt. And women aren't supposed to preach in Texas. I'm not telling you that's my thought process. I'm just telling you, welcome to Texas.
Okay.
Her name was Tabitha Mock Rankin. No, Tabitha Mock at the time. That's Rankin now. This real name, real stories. she does something and everybody trying to holler at her because she's single. She's not single no more. She's married. And I don't try to holler at her because I don't give a damn. And then for whatever strange reason, she look at me and she say, this is a couple of weeks later, she look at me and she say, I had a whole dream about you. I went, what? She said, yeah. I had a dream that you did a march on Washington. And you led the people of this nation to a radical change. And I said, Natalia, I ain't never told nobody that the whole time I've been alive since I was about 18, I've been having these visions of sacrificing it all in a Martin Luther King way. I'm gonna pause right here. If you did the same thing, my mic is muted. Would you just unmute your mic so they can know I'm in the right place?
Yes, sir.
Bruh.
You're in the right place.
You're in the right
Totally
place.
in the right place. Totally.
You're in the right place.
You're in the right place.
You're in the upper room.
At the right
Look,
time.
I told Grace I'm not even looking. I'm back here somewhere. I'm back here somewhere. I'm
You
back here.
are in the upper room.
Right place. You're in the right place. Keep going.
Now, if that's me, I know doggone well like attracts like. That I ain't the only one in this place. I believe we're in a room full of Martin Luther Kings. Ain't nobody worried about all them woke facts, you know. We talking about the energy. Latrice, I don't know if you're gonna be cool or come out of a bag. That's what Barbara, this is Shirley. What's that? Barbara, this is Shirley. Barbara, this is Shirley. That man, you know, what's the name of that song? Woman to Woman. There it is. All right, Barbara, this is Shirley. I don't know if you're gonna be cool or come out of a bag, Latrice. But you know doggone well, you in an abusive situation and you keep turning down your volume. I'll mute my mic. I dare you to call me a fraud. Go ahead. No, you got your mic muted. I'm sorry, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
I said, I ain't gonna call you no fraud.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Here's the deal. I'm supposed to talk to you about the book, but the concept of the book in this case is more important. Atlina, it's time. Ain't no sense of us playing no more. Come on, talk to me, Atlina.
I'm sorry, I can't hear.
It's time. And it's time for you to stop playing small. You specifically, you. It's time for you to stop playing small. It's time for you not just stop playing small, but you to stop doing that you do. That's all I said. I ain't said nothing else. I ain't said a single word. And it's time for you to do what you know you've been dreaming about doing since you were 7. I'm being very specific. I told you I was going to be very. Atlina, would you please tell these god doggone folk around here that since you was a kid, you dreamed of blank? Go ahead. My mic is muted. Look, I ain't even got my headphones in. I can't hear where she said. Tell me what she said, Grace.
Since I was a kid, I've been dreaming about writing my own book and my own business.
When? What age? What age is Grace? What age?
I wouldn't say 7. It was around like maybe 10, 11.
He's put his headphones back in.
I just want to say, you know, this is everything. I have to leave because this is my Thursday to do my job, but I love you, Antonio.
Appreciate you.
ATS family. This vibe is so where it's at. The only thing I will say is I know that when I got sick and I left my classroom in 2008, I had no idea what was going to happen. But to then get diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2010 and not be able to do anything and show up for anybody and stand in any place and do anything the right way to be considered to be anything,
Mhm.
and then land here, I just want to say thanks, bro.
That's why I love you, man. Let me tell you something.
I love you, bro. I
Yeah,
do.
yeah. Real talk, real talk. Listen, you go and you do your goon thing, and you every time you stand up and talk, you just believe you can deliver somebody. That's not
Amen.
arrogant. That's the power of God that's in you. Fair enough.
Amen. Amen.
All right, there you go. We
Amen.
appreciate you. You go ahead and hang up and do hang up in peace and blessings.
Yeah.
And do what you got to do. Yes.
Antonio,
I'm so glad that whatever is happening, because that is why I was so glad. And I'm just glad that I just told you to show up, bro. And I'm just glad you showed up.
I want to also, Antonio, add to that.
Appreciate you, A.
I want to add to that. I've always wanted to get like a story house. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but a building that houses multiple rooms for children for immediate care. Like if they need to be put in, the people that take children that have to go in DCFS custody, that they don't have to be placed somewhere where they can have a facility where they can immediately go, and they don't even have to be adopted. They can just stay there and always have a place until they age out or feel like they're sustained
Word
to
up.
be able to.
Word up. All right, stuff. I'm gonna put a pin in you. I'm coming back to you, lady, because you've been shrinking. That's all right, though. We're gonna unshrink you today. Lawrence, come on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I gotta share this.
Take your time, man. Take your time.
Yeah. We're talking about, how God wants to use us to save a life. And all I could think about is my dad, my father. My mother and father, they were married for 33 years before my mom died. So 7 years ago, I was living in Flint, Michigan. I was born and raised around the church. That's all I knew. So when it came to personal development, that was not talked about.
That was not sin. If it was personal development, that ain't had nothing to do with the Bible.
That was a sin. That was the world stuff. That was secular. So when I talked about personal development to my mom at the time, she was like, "What about the prayer class?" That was her response. And my response to her was, "Mama, this came from the prayer class." So, but 7 years ago, God told me to move to Arizona. And I hesitated and I did not want to do that. So it took me 3 years to actually do it. 3 years later, started over from scratch. Me and my family, my wife, my wife and our 6 children, 5 girls, 1 boy. We came down here with nothing, with a little bit of money saved up. We came down here with 2 vehicles and a lot of clothes. Literally started over from scratch. So anyway, fast forward within 3 months of me being here, God told me that in this season, I want you to focus on you, focus on personal development. This was before I really knew what that was. Fast forward, I joined the personal development program for the first time and went to this program. I got lit up because I discovered things about myself that I never knew about. And I started sharing it. And God told me that I'm going to use you to blaze a whole new trail for your family. Still talking about my dad. So my dad came down here to Arizona for the first time to visit, and he went to my graduation course for my personal development program, and he only went to make sure that his son didn't join the cult. That was his only reason for going. So he went and he got hooked. He took the same personal development program that I took, and then from him taking that program, this was after my mom passed away. When he took the program, my dad called me the third day of his journey, of his personal development journey, and he thanked me for introducing him to personal development, because he said before he went on his journey, he had already told himself that he would never find love again, that he would never settle down, that he can't live the rest of his life without my mom. And because he took that program, now fast forward, it's been 3.5 years later. My dad is back in love. And he asked me to marry him. And my dad has been married again, May 22nd. And this would be my first wedding that I've ever done before in my life. And it's my dad. So I just think about how if I would have never just really obeyed God and just allow him to do whatever it is that he wants to do, I don't know if my dad would be this happy and this healthy. My dad is working out 5 days out the week. His health has made a 180. When my mom died, he almost died because he was that unhealthy. Now he's eating right. He's working out 5 days out the week, and he's getting married again. And I just had to share that. Thank you, Mr. Antonio.
Yes, sir. No. Yes, sir. No. Y'all unmute y'all mic, clap for that first of all. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get that started.
Man, powerful.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was way past powerful. I don't even know what to say about all that. That was powerful. I have a short story to tell you about how powerful that was. I have a weird relationship with my dad. It's not beef or nothing. My dad just failed me on every responsibility possible. He completely sucks, Jaquita. No. As a matter of fact, if he get out on parole, I'm gonna sit him right here next to y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all to his face that he sucks, because he does. Now, not to me, because I don't give a damn. But I'm gonna tell you, by all circumstances and everything, that man sucks. Okay? So I have a weird relationship because past all the sucking that he does, he don't bother me. You understand what I'm saying? Don't bother me at all. My dad considers me his mentor. I have no idea why. It's weird to me. That's not the way it works. That's not how it should work. And he said something to me, Lawrence, I'll never forget. He said, son, why you forgave me so easily and you didn't forgive your mom? I said, well, it's not a matter of forgiveness, man. It's just a matter of, you were a dumbass. This is what, okay, I need y'all to understand who I am. Let me just get y'all, I need you to get who I am, right? Well, you a dumbass, so you did everything wrong. But I respect the hell out of you because you did everything wrong while coming back. Somebody gonna get that later. So if you don't understand my life, you understand my language. You get what I'm saying? I said, but my mom never came back for me, Adelina. Never. So I said, it's not a beef. It was just easier to reach out to you than it was to her, right? And he said something. He said, He said, well, oh, I'm sorry, I left a part of the story. He says, but now she's showing up to where I be at. This is a few years ago. He says, son, I'll never forget this. Most of the lessons I have learned since 2012 have come from my dad, which makes no sense at all. But you know what? God don't make no sense. Stradivari, this man says, son, my mama ain't coming to you, your organization, to find you. She looking for God.
Wait a minute.
You are the closest thing to God that I know.
Mm.
And if you don't reach out to her or let her come in peace, she not gonna find God. I'll wait. First of all, I'm too young to talk like that. That's my dad field age. You understand what I'm saying? That's some field knowledge. I'm not that smart. Okay, I quickly tell you I'm not that smart.
Wow.
Yeah, no doubt. Lawrence, back to you, sir. Your dad looking for God. Your dad not looking for you to marry him. Your dad looking to marry God. You just the only vehicle he know how to get to. I'm done. I'm not even going. Susan, I'm going to go ahead, Susan. Save me. Go ahead, Susan.
Oh, I didn't mean to be unmuted.
Well, you're in a good spot now. You're in a good spot.
Well, I think that the role you've taken with your dad suits you and suits him as well.
Fair enough. That makes sense. That makes sense. He's coming out on parole, and I am helping him parole. I am helping him parole. And as crazy, nobody knows this. I've never, maybe I said this out loud once, maybe. I doubt it though. I seriously doubt it. But I have to, he has to parole into a house. If I don't buy a house and let him, I don't want to say let, that's not the way I mean it. If I don't provide a place for him to parole, he may not parole. Does that make sense? Okay. So I'm not just helping him parole. I have to now. Anywho, that'll take me too deep to where I'm not going to be able to travel out and teach out.
For him
You
now.
have to take him in.
And be responsible for him now.
No doubt. Well, I can't take him in. I have to take him. I have to buy his own house. I have to buy his own house. It's a long story, but the way it works is I have to buy his own house. It's a long story. I'm pretty sure he's going to parole, and his ass is going to be sitting right next to me with a square on his screen. You know what I'm saying? And I'll let him tell y'all himself. You understand? And I absolutely respect the man. I respect my mom too. I absolutely do. I respect them both highly. They're both quite respectable. He only talks in King James, Phil. Yeah, he only talks in King James. It's a bunch of thee, thous, all that stuff when you talk to him. But he's a wise man, and I'll let him tell his own story.
The power of forgiveness, and for you, that releases you when you forgive. That really releases you.
Yeah,
to be able to do that. It's been a long road for you, I know.
Oh, understatement. No doubt about it. Go ahead, Phil.
It's an opportunity for a double redemption.
Wow. That wow was sincere because I never thought about that. And you know what? I have when I talk, if you get when I talk to him, he writes me letters when I talk. I haven't been since COVID because who's going to prison in COVID? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to go in my mailbox in COVID, let alone prison in COVID. But nevertheless, I enjoy these conversations. I'm only saying, Lawrence, where you at? Where's your doggone butt at? Where's you at? There you go. All right, Lawrence. your dad
Yes,
is
sir.
attempting to marry the bridegroom. Now you Christian, ain't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, your dad. I thought that would have meant something. Is attempting to marry the bridegroom.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna marry your dad to his wife, new wife. Excuse me. You're gonna marry your dad to the bridegroom through your wife,
Yes.
through his new
That's
wife.
right. That's right. That's right.
I'm gonna leave y'all alone. I'm gonna leave y'all alone. I'm gonna leave y'all alone.
That's it, man.
So yes, you will save his life because that was your doggone job.
Wow.
So thank you, Corinne. I received your comment about reminding you of your pastor. The funny thing is, Jerome, I was on the phone with Jerome about 9:30 this morning. He told me the very same thing. He told me that Jerome literally told me this morning. I remind him of his pastor. He told me the very same thing. So I received that. That's twice in one day. So I most certainly received that. Lawrence said he needed to hear that. I would love to tell all of you everything is going to be okay, but that's not strong enough. Everything has always been okay. It's more of the energy that is appropriate. Daoud, you're going to literally shock so many people in the next 21 days. It's going to be ridiculous how much your life is going to change in 21 days. You know what? Do you mind, Daoud? Do you mind? Can we make a commitment?
Yeah, let's make that.
Right, me and you're gonna make a commitment because you know folk be like, yeah, okay, we're gonna make a commitment, Daoud.
All right.
We'll make a commitment. April 16th, I want you to come. No. Let's make it April 15th. Has nothing to do with the 15th. It's just Thursday.
Okay.
And I know you're gonna be here on Thursday. Okay? I know you folk gonna be here. April, whatever day I just said, I have no idea. Okay, whatever day I did, what is the 15th or 16th? 15th? Thursday. April, look it up, Grace. God dog it. I done forgot already. I had my calendar up. I ain't got it up no more. The Thursday that's before April 16th. It could be the 15th. I think I said the 15th. It's 15th. All right, April 15th. I want you to come on here and confess. I just want you to shout all over the place.
God damn it.
Yes. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, April 15th. I want you to shout all over the place about how much you will never have to never again, whatever that may be. Do y'all hear what I'm saying, man? Facilitating his freedom similar to Joe. Watch yourself, April. Who is April? Talking this April talk. You are talking over there, April, in this chat. No doubt. I want to help. That's Tanya's sister? Oh, well, you come from good substance in April. All right, then. That explains why you got all that power on your chat message there. I want you all to know that I can't say that. That's what I said to Deanna. I said something to Deanna that was easy to say because she knows how weird I am. So I can't say it to the masses. But if y'all wasn't listening, if I was just talking to Deanna, I would say, Deanna, I know what happens next. I've seen it. Now, I'm not saying that to y'all. That's not what I'm saying to y'all. Lauren said, say it. I just said it. I'm not saying to y'all, I know what happens next. I'm just saying that the future is bright and a few of us have seen it. No, I'm not the only one that has seen it. You're right, Tierney. It has already happened. I just want you all to know from the bottom of my heart that there is a tape playing in your head. It's time for you to switch to a new song. we have a tendency of repeating the same song that hurts us. But there's a new song. There's a text that happens in Grace's church that says, God put a new song in my heart. There's a new song. Levon, Dolores, Sharifa, Jaquita, it's over. Nah, I'm serious. It's over. I'm dead serious. It's over. Levon, it's over. I just received tyranny that the struggle is over, and I received it before I had money. Okay, I'm gonna say that a different way this time. In 2012, when I had negative $105,000, that's real facts, because that's exactly what I was coughing out in school. I knew the struggle was over, and I knew it wouldn't come from my degree. I knew it would come from my commitment. Amen. That right now in the name of Jesus is what Sharifa said. Whoever that is, unmuted. You can say something. Go ahead. I'm about to put my weight on it for a few minutes. Go ahead.
I just gotta say, wow, that's it. And commitment, man. You just spoke to my heart, my soul, my entire being, man.
Come on, man.
I promise you, me and my wife, we was just talking about this.
Commitment, man.
Yesterday. It's like, yeah, that's the only thing that's commitment.
Bruh. People think God bless non-sinners. God bless committed people. God bless everybody. But when it's time to do a life-altering blessing, Latrice, how committed are you? Okay. I'm not talking to nobody but Jaquita. Nobody. Y'all just eavesdropping. Jaquita, this is so easy for you. I don't know why on earth. Let me just pause real quick. I ain't had this conversation with Jaquita, even though I coach her. We ain't had this conversation. I'm not drawing from my coaching sessions to say what I'm about to say. And she is more than welcome to unmute her mic and say, what a fraud. Jaquita, God has pushed the ease button in your life, and you're doing everything you can to say it ain't supposed to be that easy.
What?
I bet you stuff keep coming to you. You shouldn't even have what. I'm sorry. You can use your mic and tell me. I'm sorry. You can go ahead and say that you just keep finding stuff even though you ain't qualified to find it. My mic is muted.
I do.
Let me bless y'all. I'm about to go ahead and because
I do.
I'm expending a lot of energy that I don't normally expend. So I'm going to be exhausted after this here. I have a friend of mine who is a. Can I tell y'all something top secret? No, I can't tell y'all that. This is not the class for that. That's a whole different. That's like the red pills or something. This is not the. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to say it a different way. Oh, I know what I can do. Who's that? Somebody said I'm listening. What name was that, Grace? Because I like them. I like that energy. Somebody said I'm listening. I like that energy.
Kenneth Burton.
Oh, I like Kenneth. Kenneth. You all right with me? I like your energy. I'm gonna show something real quick. It's going to be too much. I shouldn't do it, but I'm not going. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to show this here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to end right after this because I'm going to have to run off. It's too deep. I'm going to have to run off, Grace. I'm going to have to run off because it's too deep. Without a doubt, Phil, Susan, and the rest of my inner core, I'm not going to have too much of a problem with this. Give me a second. Grace, talk real quick. I need about 30 seconds of silence to find the right one in the meditation. Go ahead.
Okay, hey y'all. Yeah, I don't know how to come behind that. Yeah, I don't know where this gentleman is from. I told Monica, your classmate is not from here. That's what I told her. I sent her a private message. I told her, your classmate is not from here. She said he sure ain't. The person that really knows that is Tiana. She already know. You got it now. Praise God.
I give you an option. We obviously ended class early. I give you an option. I can show you something for 10 minutes and 45 seconds and then talk for 5 minutes, or I can talk for 15 minutes. You have the floor. I'm going to start with Kenneth. Do you want me to show you something for 10 minutes? In fact, you know what? I'll show you something for 10 minutes and talk for 5 to 10 minutes. There you go. That'll make some of y'all feel better. Show me, my man. I like the way you think. That's one. All right. Now the rest of you can open the floodgates. Should I show you?
Show us.
All right.
Show us. Show and speak to 5 to 10.
Yeah, there's no time.
Yeah, there's
Show
no
us
time.
however long you need to speak.
Show me
I
the
am
money.
not responsible on any. Can you hear me? I am
Do
not
you?
responsible. Lawrence, this is.
Yes.
Phil told me not to even explain it.
Welcome to Open Your Reality. Today we're going to talk about what is an ascended master. Who are these ascended masters and how did they gain their title? Basically, the ascended masters are a group of spiritually enlightened beings who once lived either as humans or like humans. Through their own hard work, they have cleared all their karma and have left the cycle of rebirth. These evolved spiritual beings are called masters due to their self-mastery over their lower or base nature. This refers to their emotional and mental nature and having evolved beyond being controlled by such. This is similar to what humanity is learning right now. As humans evolve over the millennia, we become increasingly more masterful over our own lower nature and therefore rise spiritually over each lifetime we live. So where do the ascended masters come from? What are their origins? Well, as I said earlier, these masters began as beings similar to humans in many ways, with many of the same flaws that humans struggle with. In other words, they evolved through the lower dimensions of physicality, just as we are doing now. Some ascended masters evolved from Earth, while others have primarily evolved on other planets, similar to Earth. To give an example, I am now reading a book called Advent of a Mystery, which is the biography of Sri Sri Anand Amurti, which was incidentally recommended by a viewer of this channel. In the book, this great avatar claims to have come from a different star system to Earth to help humanity. His consciousness incarnated into a baby in India in the early 20th century. He was fully conscious and as intelligent as any adult, even when he was months old. But due to the constraints of the physical body as a toddler, he had to wait to walk, talk, and express himself. When he did, it wasn't long before his family, friends, and community were able to see all the powers he possessed. But not all ascended masters incarnate as babies. Some materialize an adult body, as did Haida Khan Babaji in 1970. When he achieved his mission for the brief time he was in that body, it ceased to live, which was in the year 1984. Babaji's consciousness then returned to the astral realm. That's another difference between ascended masters and regular humans. The ascended masters always come to Earth with a specific mission in mind, and when they die, they usually do so consciously and retain all their memories, while we lose them. And these memories are not only from their last incarnation, but from all of their past lives. Most people don't realize there exist many older and more evolved worlds in the universe than our own. These worlds are spiritually and technologically more evolved than ours. Masters from these more advanced civilizations will sometimes choose to come to Earth to help our younger, less evolved world. This is all part of God's plan to expand towards love. I've already mentioned 2 ascended masters. Some of the more famous ones are Jesus, Buddha, Ma Avatar Babaji, Saint Germain, and Lady Nada. Another difference between an ascended master and a normal human is found in what happens after death. While all of us retain our consciousness after death, only ascended masters retain their memories from all past lives, and they choose when to die. But even if they don't choose,
The major arcana are the 22 keys of the tarot.
choose to die, they know exactly when they will and how. But death of the physical body means little to an ascended master, because their consciousness can stay in the astral realm and return to Earth anytime with a new body. This is different from us mere mortals, who have to go through the afterlife process and reincarnate with no conscious memories of our past lives. Additionally, ascended masters have many powers that normal human beings do not possess. While they do not flaunt their powers, they are vast indeed. In most cases, they are only used in such a way that will help evolve humanity. These beings can see the future, remote view, communicate telepathically, endure anything that would kill a normal person, like extreme heat or cold, and they can also teleport and manifest objects out of thin air. Put it this way, if life was a video game, they are the characters who've mastered it. So how does one become an ascended master? For starters, it's not an easy task. It often requires eons of time going through countless life experiences. In other words, reincarnating over and over until the ego has been eradicated so that only love remains. As a result, that being only wishes to help others who are lesser evolved, because that's what a completely loving being would do. Currently, the Ascended Masters are very active on the world stage and have been playing a role in the history and evolution of our planet for thousands of years. If you wish to connect with one of these Ascended Masters, you only need to meditate on one of them. If you do that consistently, with genuine intent and love, that master may answer your prayers. The master that I most resonate with is Ma Avatar Babaji, but I also love the fascinating Count of Saint Germain, who was much more involved in the public spotlight. I made dedicated videos on each of these ascended masters, and the links to them can be found in the description below. While the ascended masters take on a physical body from time to time, most of them work behind the scenes in higher dimensions. Currently, they are channeling through to our world more than ever, as more and more people slowly wake to their existence. The Earth is in much need of help at this point in history because so much has been altered from God's plan. This era marks a time when things are to be put straight again. A time of disclosure is coming that will reveal the many untruths that humanity has lived by artificially for years under programs of manipulation, suppression of technologies, and programs of control that have reigned recently. But this is all soon to end. The Ascended Masters want to see it end within a generation. We can do our part by continuing to evolve, opening ourselves up to their messages, and doing what we can to make this world a loving, more beautiful place. And if you want to see more videos on the Ascended Masters, I have 2 popular videos on my channel I posted a few months back. You'll be able to see them at the end of this video. Anyway, a couple of weeks ago, I received an email from a company that created a board game called Masters of Light, subtitled The Board Game of Self-Discovery.
All righty. There's a good question in the chat. All right, read it to me.
Kenneth asked, is this why I consistently have dreams about me and a prior life during the Second World War?
Kind of. The video was not shown. What, you know what? Let me not do that. Where's Kenneth at? Where are you at, Kenneth? Can you talk? Even if you can't talk long. Okay, I see you right here. Type something else for me besides right here. Yeah, just hold on for a second. Do we know his Facebook page? It doesn't matter if it's new.
I'll send it to you, Grace.
I'll send it to. No. You good, bro? You ain't got it. It doesn't matter. I just need to see something real quick. Go ahead, Phil. While I'm doing this, here, go. Give me that, Grace.
One interpretation is a higher level spirit is trying to teach Kenneth a lesson, and he's using his dreams as the medium to get the information to him.
Right. Which, just let me see his page real quick. Hurry up. I want to say hurry up, Lena, but I need to see his page. Doesn't matter. Any page. I just need to see his face. Not that, but it doesn't matter. I'm not even going to explain myself. You're good, Kenneth. You just keep on talking in text. I have a strong, I'm going to say it, mute it real quick. Okay. Only Grace can hear that. And I don't need to see you, but there's something I want to do first real quick. Is your name on Facebook the same as your name here? Is that a yes? Let me know if that's outstanding. Give me a second. This is why I'm led to spend. All right, no doubt. I mean, there's no doubt that all of you should be receiving something, but you. No. It's all good. I'm not. I don't want to. I have my. Obviously, everyone should not be trying to be able to send a message. You will have your time. Is Kenneth a junior or just not a junior?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, no, I'm not a junior. I'm in Atlanta right now. Well, Dallas, Georgia, right above Atlanta.
Dallas, Georgia. Okay, Dallas.
I might have it because I have my privacy settings. So unless you like a friend of a friend, you can't get to me.
I can dig it. Keep talking. I need you to talk for like 10 more seconds.
Okay, so, but yeah, I've always had dreams ever since I was little. Like it almost seems like I know exactly how I died in the Second World War, and that dream constantly comes to me. And it's just like, I've always thought like, okay, how people say you're reincarnating for another life.
Yep.
That's the way it kind of feels. You know, I really do think that I died then, and then I was born like 30 years later as someone else.
No, I can dig it. Let me ask you a few questions, okay? I'll ask you.
Okay.
Yeah, stay right there. And even I don't care what happens in your background, that doesn't bother me whatsoever. Let me just give me a second. I am all right. I'm gonna ask you some random dumb questions, okay? They're completely random. All right, cool. You ever look up at the sky
All the
night?
time. All the time.
You ever felt like, take me home, I don't belong here?
All the time.
I can dig it. I can dig it. Another random question.
Wait, hold on. Just to expand on that real quick.
No
when
doubt.
I was in college, I used to just stare up. I stayed on the 13th floor of Hamilton Witten, and I used to just stare out on the quad with my door open. And people used to come through and they used to physically see me and they'd be like, well, why are you staring outside? Because you know how the college, the air conditioners was right there, so you can literally sit on them.
Yep.
And I would be like, y'all don't see all the beautiful colors in the world as is. But when I look outside, I don't just see buildings and trees. There's so many different things or aspects of life that I physically see, y'all might not notice. And so they kind of thought I was weird for that, but.
No, word up, word up. Let me ask you a different question. But this time I'm not going to lead you. Okay. How do you, all right. So Kenneth, make sure you don't give me a practice answer on this next question. As a matter of fact, on the next 3 questions I'm asking, no practice answers, the real ones.
Okay.
How do you feel about the world today?
It's a lot of confusion going on in the world, to be perfectly honest with you. A lot of it is divided and it's been set up to be divided. Mm-hmm. I don't understand particularly why, but the world is kind of screwed up the way it is now. It's not the way it's supposed to be. That's just my personal opinion.
No doubt, no doubt. I respect that. I got no problem with that. I'm going to ask you the same question, but deeper this time, okay?
Okay.
Kenneth, you should know you got 100% of Antonio right now. I ain't gave 100% the whole call. You got 100%. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right, then. How do you feel about the world as the real you?
I don't, and certain people in my circle can tell you, I've always said I don't belong here. I'm from a different time. My mannerisms, the way I act, it's either I'm outdated or I used to say, like people would say I'm too nice or blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, that's because I don't belong here. I'm from a different time than what's here now.
I can dig it. No, I can dig it. I can dig it. I can absolutely dig it. What do you feel about evil?
You know what?
Hey, wait. Before you answer.
Okay.
Not under any circumstances hide from this answer. Okay, go ahead.
You know what? I have 2 tattoos, one on my right arm, one on my left arm. One says good, one says evil. But when people ask me about it, I have to tell them, they like, well, why do you have good and evil on the arm? Because I'm like, one feeds the other. You cannot have one without the other. It's impossible. Like if you burn your hand, you don't know fire is hot until you burn yourself.
Okay.
Someone can tell you all day long that fire is hot, but until you burn yourself, that's when you experience it. You learn. In biblical terms, I say it's harder to be good than it is to be evil.
Yep.
Because you have to literally try to be good. You have to exert effort to do that. But just to go by your first impulse, that's natural. Everybody has a first impulse. But just to be good, it literally takes effort to do that. So
no doubt. Last question. What's better, people or plants and animals?
Honestly, plants and animals, because you could understand plants and animals. You know, a plant, you feed it, you give it water, you give it sunshine, it's gonna grow. Someone made a TikTok and it really stuck with me when they were like, if you think about it, a tree is nothing but a seed growing up in slow motion. And that it made me think about it because I'm like, that's what a seed is. If you plant the seed and all it does is grows, but it grows in slow motion throughout the years. People are kind of the same way, but we have so many different branches, so many different personalities. It's kind of hard to figure out who is who. But like I said, I got 2 dogs and a cat now.
Mm-hmm.
I can feed the dog, I can feed the cats. They're fine. But trying to adapt to someone else's, I just recently quit a job because I didn't like being around people. Because I'm not a people person like that anymore. I don't understand them. I don't understand their logic. I don't understand their mannerisms and where they come from in the world. And so I kind of look at them like, dude, get over yourself.
Nah,
I'm good.
I can do it.
I'd rather just be by myself and just do me.
Word up. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna have to, I don't know where the hell you come from, but you're going to, who brought you here?
Atlanta.
Oh, that makes sense. She's weird too. Okay, that makes plenty of sense. All right, then, here we roll. Here we go. I know exactly. I'm going to send you something. There we go. I'm going to send you something. I'm going to send, who's got Atlanta? You? All right, then. I'm going to send Grace something. Grace is going to send Atlanta. Atlanta's going to send it to you. All right. And then from there, I want you to do that. And then you'll have your answer, okay? I'm being vague on purpose.
That's fine. I got you. I will. As
All
soon as
right,
Atlanta
cool.
sends it to me, I got you.
Outstanding. All right, then. Cool. Grace, I'm sending it to you right now. And then I will give my little thoughts here. Let's see. I think it may be too long. Let me see. Hold on. What I want you to do is just send 1 through 20. Don't say nothing else. Don't send nothing else. You understand? Don't send the first part. You understand? All right. Cool. All right. Pleasure to meet you, Kenneth. Pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you too. I'm glad I got on this.
Yes, sir. I'm about to end this here in a second, but you pull from my energy a little differently than anybody else. You pull differently. You pull differently than other people. That's all right. You pull differently. That's all I'm going to say. Phil, go ahead because you got something. My brain is okay. Cool. Now, let me say this here. I showed y'all that. Hold on. Atlanta post in chat is what Deanna telling me. Yes. My daughter keeps telling me she is having. All right. Well, Atlanta, she just told me what she's saying. Here's the deal. Send Atlanta the same. Atlanta, when Grace sends it to you, you do the same thing. Doesn't matter what do the same thing means, okay? Okay? Outstanding. There's a difference between what and who. Go ahead, Stradivari, and I'm going to say a few things and end it. I'm being vague on purpose. I'm not confused. I am being vague on purpose. Go ahead.
Okay, I wasn't always an artist. Once I graduated from college, one day I just woke up and started drawing art. But
you think that's a coincidence? You think I literally jumped on this call first and came after you by coincidence? Do you think that's air you're breathing? Now, of course, that's not the point. I'm just trying to invoke the matrix here for a second so you can understand.
Once I started drawing art, I started seeing people without any clothes on, like period, every day. So I was kind of afraid to actually walk outside and actually look at people for who they are because I don't see them with physical clothes on. I can kind of just look at them and already have a flash of who they are as a person. So it's kind of scary to me when I meet and talk to people because I can have a flash and they have like nothing on. So it's hard for me to tell people that because and I can draw it out. That's kind of the scary part too. I actually, my honest to God truth, I went inside a strip club and I got kicked out in 5 minutes because I drew everybody just right from my pen. 15 minutes in, somebody walks by me and said, "That's me." I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I just I didn't know what to do and how to channel that. So I just kind of just keep drawing. But sometimes my drawings are scary to me because the simple fact I can just flash draw it and not know the reason why it happens to me. It just comes out correctly, straight. I never erase is kind of a weird thing to me. So that's just one of the things. I was listening to exactly the video and what you were saying, but the philosophy of how I can make something out of it is really fathoms me.
Word up. I got plenty to say. I'm just not saying it. Okay. Word up. All right. Let's do this. April said, like discerning their spirit or sensing their energy. Sure. Stradivari, you're weird as hell. Kenneth, you're weird as hell. Atlena is weird. And all of you are weird because I have made sure that, well, I don't want to say that, because you cannot blank unless you're weird. Doesn't matter what the blanks mean. Phil gets it. Deanna gets it. Okay? I want to make a correction. I said something about 6 months ago. I said, so there are some people here who are also weird. Kenneth falls into your category, Grace, Jerry, Chris, pretty much Monica, and everybody on my inner core team. There's a difference between that and that, though. Doesn't matter what that means, and doesn't matter what the other that means. It just means that nearly everybody here is what you call ascending, or everybody's always ascending. There's just different blanks. I'm purposely not saying anything. The reason I'm not saying anything, Terry, because you want me to, but I can't violate your free will until you really
say it.
No, I can't because there's too many of you. But if you ask a question, then since like attracts like, I can superimpose your question on everyone else. Kenneth didn't ask a question. Kenneth made a comment. So did Stradivari. Nevertheless, only thing you're supposed to do on planet Earth is not. I see her. She cuckoo. Only thing you're supposed to do on planet Earth is not. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Only thing I'm supposed to do, and I'll let you superimpose that upon yourself should you want to. I can't violate free will. I know everything about. Excuse me. Can't say that. Jaquita is Jaquita. Jaquita is transparent. Jaquita is see-through. It doesn't matter what it is. Can it please ask the questions? I like April already. Here's the deal as we end this class, because I promise you I would. I said 10 minutes, 45 seconds, and then 5 to 10 minutes of speaking. There are ascendant masters. Well, I'm sorry. Let me not do that. Some people believe, there you go. There are ascendant masters that have entered into this world. And there are thousands of these ascendant masters who share similarities with the Kins and the Stradivaris and all that stuff. But that's not. There is a difference between. Of course, he asked a question. Answer the question. Ask me the question, Greg. Of course, he asked the question.
Kenneth asked, here's my question. If you feel you don't belong in this current time and climate, how do you fit in or change that?
Well, you do belong here, and you don't belong here. The not belonging here is the notification that you are different. There's a phrase, there's a type for you, but I can't tell you here in this platform. Not yet, because you haven't asked me that. And if you don't have to ask me specifically, but when you bump up against it close enough, I have no choice but to not violate your free will and give it to you. Just know that you and Stradivari, you are different. That doesn't mean that's not ascended master. It just means there's something something, 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 blank, 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 that makes you different. You are a peculiar people, Sharifa, and when that was invoked in scripture, it was talking about something that was talking about something that was talking about something. One day I'll tell you. I'll tell you when you're ready. I know I'm different, but how? My mental is not off. All right, then. I will send you a private message, and you better not say nothing out loud. No, you're not a dinosaur. You looked that up what I sent you, since you clearly, since it's clearly bugging your brain. You looked that up, and then there you go. That solves your problem. All right, he says he got it. Now you go to Stradivari and you copy and paste what I told you, and you tell it the same thing to Stradivari because you're going to give him peace too. And the Stradivari, you privately, actually, no, they're not ready yet. So there you go. You're good to go. All right. Now, final words. There is a reason why there are a few people. There are circumstances in which a few people come back. Now, some people come back. And then some people come back. There are a few people who come back to help the comeback. And then there's always somebody who comes back that has no guide, no ancestors. They are the guide. They are the ancestors. I'm invoking, Stradivari brought up African roots, like I'm invoking what's already, I have to make sure I only invoke what you have brought up. You understand what I'm saying? Because anything else is extra. When you're ready, we'll have that weird conversation, Taquita. You ain't nowhere near ready.
So you mean like Melchizedek?
Interesting. Where you get that from? I know you got it from the Bible. But where you get it from just now? I know you got it from the Bible. Where you get it from just now in this image?
Based on what you said, he didn't have a birth, a father story, lineage, kids, nothing. He just was.
This is a good place for Phil to talk. Go ahead, Phil. This is a great place.
No, Melchizedek is just he was an ascended master for sure. By the way, Antonio.
You said is a ascended master? My internet broke up. For sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Melchizedek certainly.
No doubt.
By the way, the concept that Stradivarius has, the ability to see people with no clothes on, that's not as good as you think it is. It's kind of like cars without paint. You know, most of us need a couple coats. Let's just fess up to
it. Melchizedek is most certainly an ascended master, and there are a lot of people who just show up with no past, and there are other people who show up with no past, who have a past but have no past. You would know these people. Latrice, talking dead to you. You would know these people because they do not serve themselves. And they have powers. It's weird. Doesn't make any sense. As a matter of fact, Corinne, they can manifest just about anything they want because that's kind of the point of being blank. They are unselfish. Their entire lives is only to bless humanity. This is why they get everything and give it all away. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can't play it better. You can dominate. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you. Yes, that is a proper place to end. Thank you so much.
That is
We
not
appreciate you. Yes.
Cliffhanger.
That is super
Antonio,
cliffhanger. Yes, sir.
Antonio,
Go ahead, Phil. Go ahead.
how do we explain this class to someone who are wanting to see whether this is right for them or not right for them? How do you
You
put
got
that
the
into
best
words?
You got the best words, Phil. I don't know.
Love you.
Love you more.
I'm gonna go eat my cold dinner now.
I know that's right. All right, everybody. Y'all have a good one.
Peace out.
What a great question. Peace out, man.